And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another Tech 20 Tuesday. It's the 2nd of April. My name's Jeff Whipple, and I am your host. As we continue on in this series, looking at artificial intelligence and the impact, the potential impacts that it has, not just in education, but focusing on education, but really it's going to change the way we live, work, and play in this world. So today, about a year ago, we started getting into and hearing about artificial intelligence, actually a little more than a year ago, but over the last couple of years. But about, I think it was a little more than a year ago, that I stumbled across a Facebook post that mentioned MagicSchool AI. And so I went and checked it out. And at the time, it was still very much in its infancy. It was offering a few AI tools that would do some really basic things like draft lesson plans and maybe rewrite some text and those kinds of things. But in the past year, MagicSchool AI really has become the go-to AI tool, AI platform for teachers and educators to use in terms of, you know, in their efforts to meet students and to do best practices within their work. So today I wanted to sort of take a peek at where MagicSchool is at now. Every day, every time I go look at it, they've got something new that they've added. And so if you haven't looked at it before, or if you have and want to have another quick peek at it to see what's new, we're going to start there. So MagicSchool AI is, and the web address is www.magicschool.ai, is free for teachers. Now there is a subscription service for a premium service, but all the basic tools are free for teachers. So you can sign up. You can use your NB-Ed account. If you sign in with Microsoft, it will actually attach it to your NB-Ed account. There are some schools and districts who have partnered with MagicSchool AI to get premium services for all of their teachers. But we aren't one of them. So I am going to simply, if you're going to sign in, there's a sign in for free, and I am going to go to log in. So you're going to see, so the thing I like about MagicSchool is the simplicity of the platform. It really is easy to go. Along the left-hand side here, you've got all your pages, all your links to the different pieces of the platform. So we're just going to work our way down. One thing I did want to show you is MagicSchool is available in multiple languages. So if you want to change the language, it's down here in the right-hand corner. I click on it, and you can see that it's even in Canadian French, French, German, Spanish, Mandarin, Cantonese, and that becomes important when you start to look at and you know, maybe your first language is French, so you may feel more comfortable working in French, but also for Magic Student, which is kind of a new piece of their offering relatively recently. So you can change your language here. But I'm going to start here with the Magic Tools. So the Magic Tools are a set of tools that allow teachers to do just a whole bunch of different things. And as you can filter your way down through them, or as you scroll your way down through them, you can see that there's everything from vocabulary-based text to decodable text, multiple explanations, sentence starters, multiple step assignments. Really, when I first came in here, there was like 5 things, maybe 10. And now there's like literally dozens of different tools. Now, the neat thing about these tools, the thing I like about them as opposed to using something like ChatGPT, is that they take a lot of the guesswork out of the construction of your prompts. So the prompt engineering is a whole lot easier. In fact, there is none. You just fill in the blanks. So let's have a quick look, and I'm going to go in here to Let's say, there we go, a lesson plan, something really simple that we do every day. And so let's say I am an 8th grade teacher and I am looking at teaching Pythagorean theory. And I can't spell, so I use the spell check. And really, that's all I need to put in here. So I don't need to write a big, long prompt. I need 8th grade Pythagorean theory. And I could say in here additional criteria. So I could say, I'm just going to leave it at this for now. So then I'm going to generate. And so it's going to give me a really simple, practical lesson plan for Pythagorean theorem. It's also going to, you'll notice here, tie it back to the Common Core standards, which are an American thing, and also the NCTM standards. But you could put in your own standards. Now, one of the things that you're going to see as we come through here is that I can actually get it to speak this. So if I was a student and or a teacher.
Exploring the Pythagorean theorem. Objective, students will be.
The neat thing about it is it's a very natural language as well. So it's not one of those, it doesn't sound like a whole lot like a computer language, computer generated language. It's very natural. So it's easier for students to go or to understand. Here's what I think is a big change from early, and it's not necessarily real recent, but it's the chatbot features. So you notice here that underneath anything that it gives you, any output that you get, it now has some suggested prompts to be able to inquire further. So ask the assistant for ideas on how to incorporate hands-on activities to reinforce the concept. So I could type in here and say, if I'm looking for something very specific, this is Raina, by the way, that's their chatbot. So I could type in, I have lots of cardboard and I want to do something hands-on, and it will do something for you, but you can also take it up on its offer for some prompts. So I'm just going to click on here, and it is going to give me some ideas about some hands-on activities that we could use for students to learn about the Pythagorean theorem. Again, I can drill down even further. I could actually also ask it to translate this to French or Arabic or any other language that you want. And so here it is. It's giving me some background, and this is very similar to the kinds of things you would even do within ChatGPT. I can also come in here and say, so simplify this to a grade 4 reading level. So now it's done the last thing. So I could ask it to simplify the English version. The other thing here that they've added is this actions button. So you can see here that it will actually do translate. It will do some questions up. It will lengthen, or you can select shorter or longer. It will summarize content that you've put in here, and underneath the custom one, you can differentiate this. Now, here's what I really like about this, is that if I differentiate this for grade 6, now, of course, grade 6 probably doesn't do Pythagorean theorem, but it's going to give me some differentiated activities for those particular kids in my class that really need that extra bit of support. I could also differentiate it up. So I could say, differentiate this for grade 11 students. So if I had some real high flyers in my class, I could really give them some challenges. You'll also notice that here, when I hover over something now, it gives me the option to copy it, to save the resource, or to export it into a Microsoft Word document or Google Docs, but we're a Word shop. So you can see how easy it is to export or copy this into a document now. And so that's a big change that we don't even have on ChatGPT. As far as I know, that may be coming, who knows, things change. So this is what I really like. And I want to go back now, so I just hit back. One of the things you'll notice is that I've got a few of these favorited. Let's say I like multiple choice assessments and I use it all the time. If I just click on the yellow star next to this, it will now put it up into the multiple choice. And let's say the vocabulary-based text I'm not using very often, I can unclick it. So this puts all of the ones that I use on a common basis up here at the top in the favorites. Also, when you look across, you see planning, content, questions, intellectual prep, student prep. And so you notice that these are all in categories. So if I click on communication, it's going to pull out all of those tools, those widgets that sort of play around the communication platform. If I'm looking for content or planning, if I click planning, you notice that it gives me a bunch of tools that are generated around the planning platforms. So it really allows me to search and do quick searches. The search also works. So if I'm looking for something around real world, I can just type in real world and it gives me anything that any of these widgets that have to do with real world. So it's a really easy way to navigate your way around and find the right tool that you're looking for rather than scrolling through all of this stuff. So that's all the magic tools.
Yeah.
Now you've noticed that there are some chatbots that are coming up at the bottom. The chatbot's always there for you. So you can continue to prompt and ask MagicSchool, the AI, to define or refine some of the answers and the feedback they're giving you. But you also have sort of an open-ended chatbot. And this one I really like. So it is Reina. It's made for Magic Schools and school, but it can give you sort of answer more open-ended questions rather than the magic tools that are very specific. And so I can come in here and I can say, and it's not necessarily related or limited to academics. You could say, I am looking to raise funds for my school music program. How can I do that? The output history is good in that it saves all of your, or not all of your, it will save a limited number of your histories. If you are have the premium version, it will give you more, allow you to save more of these, but it will save you some of these prompts or some of these content that you've already created, so I can come back here and find it. Here's a few other quick little pieces that may or may not be of interest to you. If you come underneath Love, it gives you a whole bunch of ideas of where what students or what teachers and students have been doing. It might give you some ideas about some of the projects you can create, and maybe that would help you out. Also, the training is really interesting. So you notice here that you can come on here and do level 1 certification for MagicSchool, 2, 3. I've done all 3 of these, and they're really good in just navigating you around and showing you how to sort of find your way around and to use MagicSchool in a more powerful way within your practice. So there's some stuff in here. They also have a Facebook group, some few free community resources. So if you're looking for training guides, they have a YouTube channel, and you can become a MagicSchool ambassador. The new one too is that they also have this certification course, AI for Students. So they have a new AI for Students platform. And if you come back here, and I think I'm still signed in, I hope I am. Yeah, so you notice over here, there's a toggle that takes you to Magic Student. So what I can do is I can actually build a room. So let's say I want to build a room for my students. So if I come in here, I go to Magic Student, and I click on Raina for Students and maybe Coding Assistant. And now those have been turned on. I am going to, click on it again. And way up here, I can change the order. And what I can do is I can actually assign the students a room that has a limited number of tools. It's probably more for middle school and high school rather than K-5, and probably even only for some of the upper grades in middle school. But it does allow you to control the access to different tools within AI. So it presents your students with a limited number, and it just gives them a QR code or a link that you could put into Teams, and they can go and you can create a room for that. And I know I'm running out of time. You can MagicSchool student intro. There's a little video here, and if you want to see the links, so when you first create an account, you'll get MagicSchool Plus for 14 days, and you'll notice that gives you a few more tools. And so the features that are built into each tool are sitting here. Also, you get free forever, and it gives you all of the basic chatbot, all the 60 plus tools, the Chrome extension, and everything that you might want. The tools, or the MagicSchool Plus, if you ever wanted to sort of poke around at it, you get it for free for 14 days. And it's about $100 a year American. So, you know, if you thought that was a good investment, then you could certainly go ahead and do that. So all of that to say that MagicSchool, to me, is really becoming the platform that most services directly to teachers. There's lots of other tools out there, but MagicSchool, I like how it's so simple. It has all those tools built in for very specific tasks that teachers do on a regular basis. If you are looking for some support in learning more about MagicSchool, or if you want to talk to somebody and want some support about what that might look like for you and your students, you can reach out to any one of our digital learning team. Lindsay, Joel, Waylon, Yvette, Wendy, and myself. We're all available to talk about AI in general and MagicSchool in particular, and we would certainly love to have your input and tinker around with you as you play along, because we're all just learning this as well. So that is Tech20 Tuesday for today. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you again in 2 weeks' time for another edition. And until then, enjoy the spring.